Raphinha bid that was rejected, a new one expected to be going in. It looks like Leeds have really accepted that Raphinha is not going to stay at their club, and they are looking for, or they've already lined up a replacement for Raphinha. All that and Gabriel Jesus, Nuno Tavares, and very many others into this episode of our video. Do one thing, smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you happen to be watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go in the right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. I go by the names of Rokani David, and this is Rokani Media Football, guys. And it's a Friday, and you know, Friday really has lots of news in there for you as we really knock onto the door that really ushers us into the weekend all over the world in there for you. Now today, I really have lots of stories for Arsenal fans. I'm really sorry that I've really taken long to come because I really had some problems in there for you, but I thank the God that everything has been put back to line in there for you. And now we start off with the first story in there for you, and it's all about Nuno Tavares being reported by Austin. Austin has really come out and said, if I don't know David Austin, he is really one of the credible first-tier journalists as far as the transfer is concerned. He has broken very many stories about transfers in FKU. He has come out and said Arsenal open to letting Nuno Tavares leave on loan. For that to happen, however, it's believed Arsenal want to bolster their backline through the market, and Lisandro Martinez of Ajax is known to be the priority target. Now, very many clubs are really looking in for Nuno Tavares. I've known of Atalanta, there is Marseille, there is Rio Sociedad, and there is another club in Italy. Close to 5 clubs are really looking up for Nuno Tavares. Arsenal fans might not be okay with Nuno Tavares, but I really believe that there is a very good player in Nuno Tavares. And one thing he lacks is playing time. And there is no way a player is really going to come out and really give you what you expect from him when you don't give him enough playing time. That's what Tavares is lacking. Tavares is lacking enough playing time at a side which goes by names of Arsenal. And if at all Arsenal run him anywhere else, and he really goes on to play very well, he will come back and he really displaces even KNT. And people don't want to hear this. I say this. I've seen players. I've seen the attributes of Nuno Tavares. But when you look at Nuno Tavares, he is a towering defender. His physique, his skill, he is a player meant for the Premier League. And I believe when Mikel Arteta really scouted him, he really looked at his physicality, skill. He's just 20 years of age and he can come out and really make things happen at Arsenal. Trust me, Nuno Tavares is going to come out one day at Arsenal and is really going to be one of the best left backs in the world. Trust me, the next 2-3 years, Nuno Tavares will be one of the best left backs, or top class left backs, you know. And Lisandro Martinez is the reason as to why this loan has not yet matured of a player who goes by the names of Nuno Tavares. Reason being, Arsenal are still negotiating that deal. I think there is a story I'm trying to make about Lisandro Martinez. Only that video is going to be about Lisandro Martinez and how he comes in at Arsenal and the reason as to why the deal is delaying. Fabrizio has really offered us an update that Arsenal are really chasing for him massively and they want this transfer to happen. Why do they want him at Arsenal? One, he's left-footed. He plays well on the left side of the central defense. He can play as a left back and he can even play in the central midfield. So the reason as to why they really want to let Nuno Tavares go after getting in Lisandro Martinez is because Lisandro Martinez can act as a backup left back. But my worry is Lisandro Martinez started off the season at Ajax very well and he got an injury. After getting an injury, Lisandro Martinez spent most of the season down. That's why you saw Erik ten Hag at Ajax getting Derry Blind from the left back to the central defense, and he partnered with Julian Timber. So that is Lisandro Martinez. I don't know whether that injury won't result into him being an injury-prone player, because even KNT, whom is really going to come in through and play for him, has been really suffering lots of injuries the previous season. So I think Arsenal should watch out on that for you. So that is David Austin in there for you. And now we even have an update, guys, that are not even mentioned about the start of the video from Joseph Fonte. Joseph Fonte is a central defender who plays for the Portuguese national team, and he always partners with Pepe. You know Pepe very well. Pepe played at Real Madrid, and he's one of the defenders that really blessed that era of Real Madrid, that really won a treble, that really won 3 Champions League trophies in a row. So Joseph Fonte has really come out and really excited Arsenal fans about Fabio Vieira, the new signing at Arsenal, and he has been at TalkSport, and this is what he said. Arsenal fans should be very excited because he's the sort of player that they will like, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League. Oh my God, you now know what Arsenal has gotten. Arsenal has got itself gold. This young player, he's one of the most promising young talents in European football. Kudos to Arsenal agents and the scouting team, plus Mikel Arteta, for really getting him at the particular time. This is the perfect time to get such a player when he has not been overhyped by the news. He's not going to be affected by the media like how Raphinha, Gabriel Jesus are really going to be affected at Arsenal, because they are really coming with high prospects. But Fabio Vieira, he's coming in at Arsenal. The media is not even mentioning him. It's like he's not a signing at Arsenal. Every Arsenal fan is waiting for Raphinha, Tielemans, and Gabriel Jesus to come in at Arsenal. Those are the signings they want. Now, this affects Fabio Vieira positively. He's a very calm player, good and talented, technically gifted. He has a set of skills of football in there for you. So, Arsenal, you have been given a boost by the player of Portugal. I think he plays for FC Porto too. He knows him very well, and he's an exciting young player. And he has come out and said he cannot wait to see him play into the Premier League, because in Portugal, he was the most creative midfielder with 14 assists. And moreover, he played 15 games coming from the bench. That means he started only 12. It shows you how talented this young lad is, and he's by the names of Fabio Vieira. So I thought that you needed to hear this, because every time you hear someone coming out and hailing a player that you've signed, especially those Arsenal fans, you just have to go in and really know that, all right, we've brought in a very good player, because I believe Fabio Vieira is going to hit the ground running. He has no pressure on him. He's talented. He's very calm, and his composure is what any player who is going to be world class deserves to be having in here onto Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, guys. Let's see this video hit 100 likes onto this video. Let's see those likes onto this video, because this is what you should do to support our channel. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button, and hit the notification bell that whenever you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, after all that, then we go to the big stories that most of you really want to hear. This story has been all over the news, that a 55 plus 15 in add-ons offer Leeds have on the table for Raphinha, and this bid was rejected. We all know that Arsenal put in this bid and it was rejected by side which goes by the names of Leeds. Leeds have an offer in the table of 55 to 15 million pounds in add-ons for Raphinha. It isn't from Barcelona. The English side are tired of waiting in there for you. Now, this bid of Arsenal that has been made, it is 55 upfront fee plus 15 million pounds add-ons. That bid was rejected. It was rejected by Leeds, and they said no. Leeds value this player at close to 70 million euros. When you look at 70 million euros, let me do a very good conversion in there for you. A moment, guys, because I really want to be so much exact. They want 75 million euros. That means Arsenal should pay close to 65 million pounds. Now, what Arsenal have done is that they are preparing a second bid. And it looks like they want to win the Raphinha race of Chelsea and the side which goes by the name of Spurs. And the only obstacle in their way, however much they've convinced Raphinha, is that Chelsea might make a bid anytime, because Chelsea has been given, or the manager of Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel, has been given 200 million pounds to spend. And it's rumored that even Arsenal have 215 million pounds to spend. Damn! I never saw this coming at Arsenal. I don't support Arsenal, but I will believe that if Arsenal can go in and bring in 215 million pounds to spend in this summer, then they are ready to be the big boys again. They are ready to come in and compete for the league. I've been somewhere to the salon. I have a friend of mine called Hakim. He was really trying to put my hair back to shape in there. As you see, at least I now look nice. And I told him that if Arsenal brings in Raphinha, Alessandro Martinez, Tielemans, Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vera already in. If Arsenal brings in 6 players, they are going to compete for the Premier League trophy. He told me that no, it's impossible. I told him because you guys don't sit down and really analyze the game of football. When you sit down and look at Arsenal, they accomplished the season with how many points? 68. To be in the contention of the Premier League title, you need to hit 90 points. That means Arsenal was just 22 points less into the league title competition. Now, let me break to you those 22 points. If at all Arsenal had these players that they would have really scored. Arsenal wouldn't have lost to Brentford on the opening day. You get? Arsenal wouldn't have lost to Brighton at Emirates. Arsenal wouldn't have lost to Newcastle. You get? Those are 9 points. Arsenal wouldn't have lost to Southampton. Those are how many? Those are 12 points. I'm talking about losses that Arsenal experienced in the season of 2021, 2022. Arsenal went ahead to lose to a side which goes by names of Spurs at the London Stadium. If Arsenal really had this squad, they wouldn't have lost. Arsenal wouldn't have lost against Man City. Remember that game at Emirates that really Man City took off late through that Pedri goal after Gabriel Magalhaes was red carded after getting hold of Gabriel Jesus. You get? If at all Arsenal had this squad, all those players I've just talked about, they wouldn't have gotten 0 points out of that game. They would have gotten 3 points because Arsenal really created very many chances and they couldn't really score them. Those are how many points? Those are 18. Arsenal, I think at Emirates again, Arsenal wouldn't have lost to Chelsea. They wouldn't have lost to Chelsea. Those are 22 points. I've counted them very well. And look into yourself and what I've said and put that to paper and get your pen and calculate and evaluate. How many teams do you think are really going to come and survive at Arsenal, at Emirates, if at all Arsenal brings in these players? And if at all you hit 85 points, 90 points, you are into the Premier League title race. If Arsenal spends that £250 million well to bring in players like Raphinha, Arsenal is going to be into the Premier League title race. I don't support Arsenal. I've said this for the 3rd, 4th time. Every time I do a video of Arsenal, I really come out and tell you that I've even been on Anselmo channel, known as the Arsenal podcast. He shares my videos in there. We always be there with Glenn. I told them if Arsenal brings in 5 signings, and my 5 signings were a central defender, but Saliba is coming, and they're bringing Lisandro Martinez. They bring in a central midfielder like Tielemans, Gabriel Jesus. I was even talking about 5 players only at Arsenal. When they bring those players on, I told them Arsenal is going to accomplish into the top 4 and they're really going to be up for the title race. And they thought I was lying. Liverpool wouldn't have beaten Arsenal. The reason as to why Arsenal was beaten by Liverpool, the Arsenal players got tired. In the 60th minute, Arsenal had no plan and Liverpool ignited a second foot on the pedal and things changed. They brought in Diego Jota and they brought in Roberto Firmino. Things changed totally. That's how Arsenal lost. But if at all Arsenal had some other buttons to press, like a button of Raphinha onto that pitch. Remember, only Martinelli had become a disaster to Liverpool. You know that very well. If Arsenal had a Raphinha button to press, because Bukayo Saka was the reason as to why Arsenal lost that game and really considered the second goal. He was totally out of the game because I've seen Bukayo Saka in most big games. It looks like he has not yet really gotten his mind into the right state to come in and really perform to the levels expected him to be. Now, in that game, you take off a player who goes by the names of Bukayo Saka, press the button of a player who goes by the names of Raphinha. it's a different set of game altogether. You get in Fabio Vieira and take off Granit Xhaka because all what you needed was what we call an attacking game, because you're already a goal down or 2 goals down. The reason is why you're playing with a double midfield pivot. It's better to play with a single pivot of Thomas Partey and put and arrange your players in a 4-3-3. Thomas Partey with Fabio Vieira and Martin Odegaard playing on his left and right respectively. It's a different game altogether. The game changes. So Arsenal getting in these players and how aggressive they are in the market is really a signal that Mikel Arteta doesn't want to participate. He wants to come in and compete for real in there for you. Now, the Sun Arsenal has really come out and said Leeds target PSV attacker Cody Gakpo as Raphinha replacement, while Arsenal and Barcelona prepare transfer bids in there for you. It's confirmed that Arsenal's first bid was rejected for Raphinha, and they are planning to take in a second undeniable and undebatable bid. That's what Arsenal is planning to bid in for a side which goes by the names of Leeds, on their player who goes by the names of Raphinha. Remember, Cody Gakpo was one of the players that was so much in the news from January transfer window until March, that Arsenal are so much interested in him. But them going for Raphinha, I think, has been granted green light by Mikel Arteta. Hence, Cody Gakpo getting out of the picture. But Cody Gakpo was so much in the picture. He plays for PSV. He plays very well. He is an attacking winger who plays both on the right and left for wings. He's very good. He's very good. But Arsenal feel like, let's go on and spend for Raphinha, because Raphinha is proven in the Premier League. There is nothing new that is going to face in the Premier League. He knows everything. Other than go on and really spend some good money on Gakpo, and then Gakpo comes in at Arsenal and he doesn't really get us what we want. Let Gakpo go to Leeds and let's really go in. Sorry about that. And let Gakpo go to Leeds. And you might find that in the negotiations between Arsenal and Leeds, this was so much sentimental. Leeds might have told Arsenal, we give you Raphinha, you let Cody Gakpo come to our side. And Arsenal gave them a green light. I'm just insinuating. I'm not saying that it was part of the negotiation, but I'm just adding dots because Arsenal was so much in touch with Cody Gakpo during January, February and March. And by the end of March, Fabrizio Romano confirmed to us that Arsenal is so much in talks with Raphinha to come and join them, and they've been talking with Leeds. That means that there has been an agreement between Arsenal and Leeds that let us get Gakpo and you guys will take Raphinha, provided you get us the money that you want. But Arsenal are really preparing a second bid for Raphinha in there for you. So smash the like button, guys, and tell me what you think about those stories. Now, into our last story. Fabrizio Romano, I've watched him live on this channel which goes by names of Q Golazo Podcast on YouTube. He has said it in his own words that Gabriel Jesus is getting closer to a move from Arsenal. The talks are progressing very, very, very well. This is music to ears to all Arsenal fans. This is what they want to hear. This is what they want to hear. But for Raphinha, I'm 90%. But for Gabriel Jesus, I'm 100% that is going to join Arsenal. Everything is done. But the problem as to why this deal is delaying, and the reason as to why Jacobs of CBS Sport told us that we should give this deal close to 7 to 10 days, is because this is a big deal. It involves lots of clauses, and by the time you see that deal coming to happening, a lot of things have been discussed. That's why you see it was very easy for us to go in and bring in Fabio Vieira. Not very many clauses involved. But when you look at the contract that Gabriel Jesus has at Man City, there are very many clauses that they have to sit in with the lawyers of Man City, the lawyers of Arsenal, and the lawyers of Gabriel Jesus to see to it that they make ends meet and all sides go out of this deal when they are so much satisfied. So Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Gabriel Jesus is getting closer to Arsenal. To me, I really count this deal done, because £45 million Man City have agreed on that. There is a verbal agreement between Man City and Arsenal, and everything is done. But there are some clauses that are being closed in there for you, and I will believe that Gabriel Jesus, come the 3rd of July, is going to be announced as an Arsenal player. That's what I think. By the end of next week, Gabriel Jesus is going to be announced as an Arsenal player. Now, today, I've been following up some tweets on Twitter, and I thought that this could excite Arsenal fans there for you. Now, via TalkSport, Andy and Darren Bent, for those that don't, Darren Bent was playing in the Premier League, and I never knew that he was really an Arsenal player, yet was playing for Tottenham Hotspur. He played for Leeds, he played for Tottenham Hotspur, and very many other teams in the Premier League. But Darren Bent is an English international who played for England for some good number of games, and now they've been having a talk show about Gabriel and Neymar. Then, Andy, the host of the show, went ahead to ask him, Neymar or Jesus at Arsenal? Guess what Darren Bent said? I'm going Jesus. We need a centre forward. Neymar throws his toys out of the pram. Darren Bent says he would rather AFC sign Gabriel Jesus than sign Neymar via TalkSport in there for you. So all people are really believing that Gabriel Jesus is the right signing for Arsenal. And to me, I really believe so. I really believe so because there is no manager that knows Gabriel Jesus better than Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta, before he came in at Arsenal, he was managing, he was acting as an assistant coach at Man City, and he was really patrolling everything that this lad was doing at Man City. It's rumored that they really have a very good bond in between Mikel Arteta and Gabriel Jesus, and he knows the best of this lad. He knows how to get the best of him. That's why Mikel Arteta came out and told Edu, please get me that player immediately. Get me Raphinha, get me Alexandro Martinez, and get me Gabriel Jesus. So guys, over to you. What do you think about that debate that TalkSport has really brought on? Do you go Neymar or do you go Jesus? Arsenal fans and all the viewers of Rokani Media Football, tell me what you think about that into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about Gabriel Jesus. Tell me what you think about Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares, a condition has been set for him to leave Arsenal. Arsenal have to first bring in Alexandro Martinez because he can play as a left back and a central defender because he's left-footed. Then Cody Gakpo, being a Raphinha replacement for Leeds, it looks like this deal has really come to happening, and any soon from now, here we go, is going to be announced. Then Raphinha bids being rejected, second bid being prepared by Arsenal in there for you, into the story being confirmed in there for you, and Arsenal want to get this deal on the line as soon as possible. Then Fonte, the central defender of Portugal, coming out and throwing lots of hails to the new signing of Arsenal, Fabio Vieira. All that, go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. I'm going to come back and really reply you in the comment section. I think you've seen me come out and really reply your comments into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rokani David. Rokani Media Football is our channel. First video of the day. More is yet to come. Smash the like button, comment and share, and do the needful and really spread the love of Rokani Media Football. I'll sign out for now. See you later. More videos are coming. I will believe that we have more 2 or 3 videos because we've not worked the whole day. A marathon. We are speeding up like Usain Bolt, and anytime from now we are coming to you like a rocket as you see a lightning crosses before the thunder comes in and blasts. I'm out.